amplified to a massive online audience, and so some backlash ensued, and then Epps issued a public apology and claimed that he was big on accountability and so on and so forth, and it it went from there. I guess he didn't want to catch any
I
flack from
mean,
the
she got
MAGA.
a crazy fan base. Know what I mean? She got
Yeah,
a real crazy, insane fan base. Me personally, I wouldn't apologize for shit. You want to tap dance for Trump, you gonna catch it. I mean, like I wouldn't apologize for shit. That's me though. You feel me? But he got more to lose. You feel me? I'm not in his position. You know what I mean? But I'd have stood on him.
right.
Hey, Skills,
Peace out. What's going on?
Skills. Mike Epps would delete and apologize, but guess I said won't. I don't know
Facts.
if I said that right.
No, you said it right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yo, he showed the sign of weakness, and you want to talk about brand killing, bro? That's killing your brand as a comedian. You should be edgy. That's
That
what
is.
like Jam said a few episodes back. That's a piece of art. You don't like it, don't turn into it.
But look, let
You
me
know what I'm
ask you
But
saying?
this.
then comedy is already under attack right now. You feel me? A lot of people scared to say edgy shit. Now there's a difference
Yeah.
between edgy and you feel me, like tasteless shit. Like there's certain shit you just shouldn't say. You feel me? But at the same time, comedy, you supposed to push the envelope. You're supposed to say what people are thinking, but not. You feel me? They don't have a microphone. You do. You
Well,
supposed to
yeah.
do it. You know what I
I'm
mean?
sorry.
You diluting your brand. You diluting your product, and you making comedians look crazy.
Bruh, it's dark humor or you're making light of something that people won't consider funny. And the art of it is that you make it funny. The white comedian talks about what they talk about at the dinner tables and the meetings that when we're not around. The black people tell the same thing, how we truly feel about certain things and matters. You feel what I'm saying? And the artistic way of it is just making people laugh in a dark time. You get what I'm saying? And I think that once, like you said, Skills, once they strip that from you, then your power gone. And I think he ruined this brand by just going back and apologizing, man. Live on that mountain, bro. Down that shield, man. You're a comedian. You fashion yourself, in my opinion, you like to fashion yourself as the greatest comedian of all time, the late Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying similarities. Richard Pryor wouldn't have gave a damn. He would have doubled down.
Well,
Right. Facts.
let me pose this. Like, let's assume, as he branded himself, he's Mr. Accountability, right? And he claimed alcohol took influence for his behavior, right?
You shouldn't do
Let's
comedy.
assume let's assume that. So maybe, and I'm just saying, maybe it does raise some, like, even though you can, and I think we've talked about it in past, even though you can, it is comedy, you should be free to say whatever you want. People, you shouldn't have to be responsible how people respond to it. But there is some ethics that have to that come about it, and so you do in some effect have to be responsible. And not only that, the way his private formats became a permanent online archive. As soon as he said it, it didn't start off as an online thing, but because of the nature of the internet, it did. And now you have to do damage control, control the narrative. You have to control the impact of your words. You have to protect your brand. So bowing out sometimes might be the most strategic thing to do. It may seem weak.
No, it seems weak. It is weak. My thing is this. Um, in the perfect world, okay, that, people won't get offended. I think what makes comedians hit under the skin, if you will, and that's a saying that I made up, what touches the heart is people are laughing about it. It's a difference when Fox News or CNN say, this man, I'm just making, a scenario. This man, example, this man slipped and bust his head on a banana at 6 o'clock. Hey, how you doing, Tim? Now, news clip and twist it into like something comedy, comedic. Now the world got something to say about it. Why? Because they made people laugh about the matter. You get what I'm saying? So it's no different from Fox News saying something, fellas. You know what I'm saying? You know, Adam Mill got smacked in his face in front of his kids. You know what I'm saying? Walking through my dorm mall, God forbid, right? It's, it's different when Fox News is saying something about it, like, damn, bro, oh my goodness, man, I hope he all right, blah, blah. But when Cat got on stage and colorize it, then the whole world's laughing. Now I got an issue with it.
Yeah, because now
The
your
same
intention
thing.
isn't no. Well, your intention, like when you're in a small local, avenue, you can your intent, like you don't have to worry so much about your intent, right?
She heard worse.
But
She heard worse at these parties, bro. She heard
I'm
worse on
sure,
social media.
but you
She just wanted
gotta.
to attack that man. She heard worse. He said everything that we was thinking about. I text
I
Skills not
mean,
too long ago, a few weeks
100%.
ago. I said, Skills, yo, it looked like they ran a train on her. Look how the
Yeah,
white men
yo,
is
he not
drooling over her
lying.
black skirt.
That, yo. He did that said that about 2, 3 weeks ago.
Yep. Yep. I said, look how them black men drooling over her black dress. You know what I'm saying? You can tell a lot in the picture, boy, what goes on. Just stare at the picture. A picture tells more than 1,000 words. Pictures are deep, bro. Pictures are deep.
Yeah,
Like if
but
God,
what I'm saying is when you have so comedic intent is different from public when the public takes offense, and like social media, when you have social media and then you have an audience, the outrage is amplified. And people a lot of times will jump in and judge and misconstrue, and they don't care about the context, they don't care about evidence, they don't care about any of that. You see what I'm
that's
saying?
their
So
opinion.
as from a business standpoint, you better control that narrative as quickly as possible. Ain't about, you know, sometimes ain't even about just the ego. Like look at the it just sometimes
He
it might.
apologized because he had a brand to
That's
protect.
what,
No,
yeah.
not just a brand, but he apologized because he's tied into things that where certain people got offended, he can get touched. Certain doors that he can't open or he's trying to open, that's why he apologized. If it wasn't for the fact he would not never took recant that statement, it's not
Mhm.
about morals, whatever. Because Cat is independent, and I bet you Cat told the same joke. He's not going to sit and apologize to nobody. If anything, he's going to double down because he's independent.
If your money was 100% independent, like your money came from just you, then of course. But see, he has to also understand that his brand is his money, and if he messes up his money, then there's a lot of people that depend on him and his money that he also has to take into account. That's the reason why he apologized, because he thought that he wasn't able to withstand the smoke that was coming his way. But he probably should think about it like Dave Chappelle did. A lot of people was hitting him because it looked like he was siding with Trump with things. So, but he said, all right, I'll take that. You know what I mean? So there was that controversy that he was able to, take that because he understood that his brand is big enough to be able to handle that type of criticism and still be able to go. Mike Epps might have thought that was something that he might not have been able to take.
Let me ask you this, Gov. Do you think that, because you mentioned Dave Chappelle, do you think that Mike Epps' audience is not intellectual enough to have him tell a joke, the same joke in a certain manner where it can get up, you know, inside joke? We get it. You know what I'm saying? Um, it is Mike Epps clearly is not on the level of Dave Chappelle where he can articulate a joke, get the same point across, the same insult, but in a different form.
Yeah,
He's
Mike
he's
Epps.
more direct, like Richard Pryor. He's more like direct. He's more like Dave Chappelle can say that Dave Chappelle can tell somebody that their breath smell like shit, but he can tell it in an articulate way. Where Mike Epps like, yo, your breath smell like shit.
Yeah, they two different types. They got two different brands of comedy. You know what I mean? Like Chappelle, he'll get into a lot of the political talk now. You know what I mean? Like over time, that's what his comedy's kind of evolved into. Where you see a lot more of that. But I don't know. I don't get the same type of vibe from Mike Epps, and he might have thought this might not be the arena I need to really be getting into.
Does it hurt his brand, fellas? Like what? It's an old saying. Like, damn, you took this from me. What's next?
Oh, you
You
talking
know what
about
I'm saying?
comedy? Now I think comedy in general is like the last frontier when it comes to this. You know what I mean? That's why I like the fact that comedians will say whatever they can say. I don't like the fact that everybody trying to censor them, trying to tell them you can't say this, you can't joke about that. I think it should be fair game. Let them do what they do, because that's like the last front. You know what I mean? Because in a way, sometimes if you don't really look at things critically, sometimes you gotta laugh at yourself, because you don't understand. Like, we, inside of myself, right? I might think that everything I do is perfect. I might think I'm doing everything just right. But sometimes someone got to point that out, and I got to get that, whoa, they laughing at this, they laughing at that. That's kind of like that eye opener. We all need that. Societies need to get that eye opener, because sometimes we over there walking around blindly pretending that we doing everything perfect, while we over there committing this atrocity, committing that atrocity. People got to point that out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's why I think that it's a good thing for comedians to really stand out. Say what you believe. I don't care if people upset with it. They're going to get upset. There's going to be people that agree too. You know what I mean?
Fellas, real quick, because I want Jam and Skills to elaborate on this. But real quick, y'all don't think that it's double standard though, because she just came out the woodwork last week and called somebody a D sucker. Pause. And double down on it. She didn't apologize or nothing.
He called Don Lemon out his name, yo.
Double
Yeah,
standard.
she didn't apologize or nothing. But here he
Yo,
go
I'm
talk
not. I'm
about,
not gonna say what she said though, but yeah, she violated Don Lemon.
no apology. But yet, this man got to apologize for something that could have happened or didn't happen. Judging the picture, I believe it did, but could have happened or didn't happen. You know
It's
what
a
I'm
very
saying?
serious double standard, and I don't agree with the shit. And what's next? Niggas gonna say we can't joke. You feel me? Like we can't
Yep.
joke about shit. What's next? We can't rhyme about certain shit. Is that next?
Yeah.
It's already
Yep.
there. It's already there. Yep. That's the game they playing when it came down to when they were using people's lyrics against them in court.
Yeah. Look at what's right now. TikTok. Anything you say about a certain group of people or a certain region of the world, you gone.
Yep. The game's
You could
already
you
in
could
set
you, like Skill said, you can say nigga all day, talk about niggas all day,
all day.
make slavery jokes all day, talk about the China man, whoever all day. But the minute you talk about a certain nationality, a certain region, you're out of here.
Yep. Talking about that.
Fashions. This fashionist, boy.
Right. It's gonna be locked down real soon. All
Yep.
the all the guards in place. All the
Yep.
shackles are in place. They just ain't clamped them down yet, but they all in place.
Yep. Jan, what you think, man? Should Mike Epps apologize? I remember you said something a few episodes about art, you know what I'm saying? And letting art live. You know, if you like it, you do. You like it, you love it, so big. You don't, you ain't got to tune into it. Cut off.
Right.
It can't hurt your feelings if you don't hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. And I stand by that. The thing is, I haven't heard the joke, and I missed this topic altogether, so I don't really have much to say on it.
Yeah, the
But
joke,
I'm 100, huh?
yeah, the joke, that's a jerk. The joke is about, and I mentioned this, I should get credit for it. You know what I'm saying, Skills? They should credit, guess I'll say it, man. But the joke is that she did so much tap dancing for Trump and the type of dress she wore and how the white man was looking at her there at that certain gathering or whatever. He like, ain't nobody gonna tell me that they ain't running train on her.
Oh shoot! God dang!
Like that shit is crazy.
It's
But hey,
obvious, right? It's
hey
obvious.
man,
But see,
yeah.
all right.
But if that's the joke, like you could take that joke seriously, or you could just take it as a joke. That's one of them hit dog holler jokes, though, and I don't think he should apologize for it at all. Because like y'all said, comedians just say what everybody else been thinking. They say it out loud. So we need our comedians to do that for us, because they give light to these issues, but they make while making light of it at the same time. You know, we need them for that. You can't once you start muting the music, not the musicians, the comedians. Once you start muting the comedians and censoring comedy, like what is the world going to be, yo? Like people like laughter is great. You know what I mean? Even if you laugh, this is foul. even if you laughing at somebody's expense, like we all get joked on though. That's the thing. That's the beauty in it. It's not just one-sided jokes. Everybody gets laughed at. Everybody gets joked on. Yeah, I laugh at black jokes same way I laugh at white people jokes. I laugh at Jewish jokes, Chinese jokes. You know,
Yeah.
you just gotta be there for it. That's what it's there for, is so you can laugh. You know,
I
it's,
see.
it's
I feel you. It's a thin line. And going back to what Ty was saying, it's a thin line of putting certain things out there that will trigger ignorance and tell carrying and mockery, right?
yeah.
It's a
I
thin
mean,
line.
you can't say anything. That's when you have jokes that are done in bad taste, and then the whole world be like, "Oh, you shouldn't have said that." I understand you was joking, but that was a terrible joke. So we got those.
But
You
don't that
know,
take
you
away
just
free will? It takes away free will, though.
Yeah.
you just need to know how to do it. That's all. You need, as a comedian, you need to know how to land your jokes.
But
Look,
you know what's hypocritical though is about she's an artist that used sex to sell a lot. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, clutch pearls. How dare you say this about me? It's weird. You know what I mean? I don't understand the way that all of a sudden everybody can just flip that switch and we just supposed to just forget that this what you was selling for the last, what, 20 years roughly? So, I don't know. I mean, I also understand the aspect of just because a person has an opinion, like say if it was a dude that was all on him like that, is that what everybody gonna say? Train ran on him, you know what I mean? So I get from that standpoint that that's probably what probably conflicted him about telling that joke that way. So I understand that aspect of it, but that's for the brand purposes. But for the sentiment itself, he got a right to express that.
Yeah, because she mentioned something about John Lemon. John Lemon. How you pronounce his name?
Don
Don
Lemon.
Lemon.
John Lemon. Yeah.
Look,
Sorry for butchering the man's name. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can you got free will to say whatever you want. No one's stopping you from saying or doing whatever you want. And you got the freedom of speech to say whatever you want, although that does apply to political situations,
Yeah.
but that does not mean that you're free from consequences. So once something leaves that chamber, how you can't tell other people how to feel about it, how to react to it, how to deal with you. You know what I mean? So the way I look at the apology is that it's a corrective mechanism. Like he realizes that for whatever reason, whether he doesn't have the power, he doesn't have the money, he doesn't have the influence, he realized, hey, this is bad for me. If I if and the Barbs or whatever they call themselves are unpredictable, and she has the weight of MAGA and so on and so forth. And I don't want that smoke. That's smart. Your ego might say, "Well, I'm gonna prove that I'm tough," and then you're
Man,
gonna be a
I
broke
think
nigga. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna take everything
Well,
from
what
you.
if Trump or
I think
somebody in high power said the same thing? Well, they got, would they had
Trump
felt
He
did.
the
ain't
need to
Trump.
apologize?
He
He
not
said
Trump
something
Trump.
about
said
Obama.
that.
Trump could say it, and
He
he
put up
could.
he put up monkey pictures of Obama, and I
He's
go
not
on
Trump. If
I listen, I go on record. Okay, I'm not the biggest Obama fan. You know what I'm saying? I won't ruffle no feathers. He's not my
Look,
Obama is not my favorite person. I would not put him in my Black History book of Mount Rushmore
oh
whatsoever.
my
But
goodness.
however, disrespect is disrespect. He put a picture of some apes of Obama and his wife Michelle, right? And doubled down on it. And he didn't apologize. Like, come on, get some balls.
But that's Trump. That's a white man
Two
who
different
who who
things.
who benefits from white supremacy, who is a billionaire, has several billions in a bank account,
And at the end of
and
the
is the
day, he's a
president of
human
the
being.
United
He
States.
won't
And you
lose.
got someone who's probably, and no disrespect to Mike Epps, right? So I don't know. He's probably a C-list celebrity at this point. I know he used to probably be a much higher influence back in the 90s and early 2000s,
Yeah,
but he can't take that type of hit, that publicity. He ain't Kanye. Kanye could do that a couple times, and you even see after a while Kanye
he had to come out and apologize.
they brought him down. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta be. It's about you got to understand power. You got to understand brand and business and all of those types of things. Like it's not about your ego. You worry about your ego, you're gonna be a broke nigga in the end.
Always.
You know what I mean?
So why he didn't
Like,
think about that when he said it?
That's what I mean. He probably
he
wanted that.
probably because the way I understand it, he that was a private venue, right? I don't think he realized that it wasn't being streamed on some live or Netflix or something like that. I
Nah,
don't think
facts,
he
facts.
realized that it was going
Freestyle, like
and
a freestyle, you know.
yeah, I don't think he realized that it was going to go outside of the doors. Like how many times we just said jokes at people, behind closed doors, and we just saying it because and we're being, confiding with
It's
people.
cameras everywhere now.
Yeah, but
You
you
know
know,
what I
like,
mean?
there's certain things that you say that you don't say in quote unquote mixed company. You know what I mean?
So I got a question for y'all. I don't remember if this is the next. If I'm getting ahead of myself, then pardon me, Lord. You feel me? But did y'all see the video where there was a protester arguing with a black ICE agent,
Oh,
and he called he called the black ICE agent the N word with the hard R.
Nah.
Yo, he called him a dog. But hold on. He called him a house nigga. Now my thing is like this. I think he's wrong for saying it. You feel me? I think he's wrong for saying it. Shouldn't have said it. Don't have the right to say it. But look, if I see a black ICE agent, I'ma think I just saw a house nigga too. So
They
my
they
thing is,
probably they probably invented the word though.
I feel you, fam. I feel you, fam. Say, a lot of people are divided on the issue. You feel me about whether he can or cannot say it, and whether he was wrong or right to say it. I just wonder what y'all think. I think he was wrong to say it. I think he shouldn't have said it. But I do think, had I seen what he saw, if I see, you feel me?
It goes
That's
back to the Dave Chappelle thing, like me and God was saying. It's an intellectual way to get your point across, and mean. It's an intellectual way to get your point across, and have the same meaning behind it. Or you can take the direct approach and suffer the consequences. Either way, you're going to deal with backlash, but not as much as if a person that's taking a direct forward approach. You know what I'm saying? He could have called him a Benedict Arnold or something. I don't know. I don't know. Fellas, what y'all think? What y'all think? Was he right for it or whatever?
No, he not right for it. And it ain't like white people just can't use the N word, period. I don't care. You can't call a house nigga, you know, when you white, because that's not that's not for you.
What about Sambo? What if he called him a Sambo? Would have been, it's the same thing.
No, it's
if
different.
he'd have
It's
called him a step infection and
could have
all that.
called him a fanboy. He could have called. He could have. I don't know. He might. I don't know. Would Coon have been better?
No, that's a little rougher than
That
Sambo.
I think
Sambo's
Coon
clean enough.
being. I
Sambo's
think
clean enough.
white people calling black people coons and niggas is off limits.
Sambo, I'll give him Sambo. They can take Sambo.
You know, but still though, who are they to judge? Who are they to judge? You know what I mean? Who are they to decide who the good one, who the bad one?
I didn't even know that was in white people's vocabulary. House nigga. I always
Right.
heard
It
black
has
people
nothing to do with
use
that.
that.
Yeah,
Right.
I was shocked.
That's like a black on black type of thing.
I
Yeah.
was very shocked, Jam. I was in disbelief.
Right.
You think that's disbelief? I think Ty heard this comedian today, is an Asian guy. He was talking about why ICE don't attack black people. He said they run faster. Um, it's hard to catch them at night or some crazy
Yo,
See,
stuff. He was
yeah.
on. He was wilding. And I said he said all that about us. Why he ain't apologize? Why Nicki Minaj ain't
I
questioning
told you.
him?
I've been told. I've been said it. I said it like a month ago or however long ago. You can say whatever you want to about it,
Oh yeah.
any and everything.
Yep. Yep. And they do it at work. They do it to you at work too. You know what I mean?
Yep. So
It's
I
crazy.
don't know. Well,
Yeah, I think that's way over the line. Way over the line.
well, if that's it for the day, y'all, I was gonna go into Bad Bunny, but we do that another time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that heavy. I'm Adam Mill for the Guess I'll Say podcast. Governor, where can they find you?
At thegovernorsmansion.net.
Jan, where can they find you?
soon as I got on card, he went straight to sleep.
That's where you can find Jam. Ty, where can they find you?
Yeah.
You know that.
Off the grid. Skills Mecca, where can they find you?
And my Dom and all. Psych, I'm lying. Yo, D Skills Harris on IG.
I know that shit. I know that shit, yeah.
What I call it?
The volcano from out of Iceland. They come to take over the rap game like the white man. Hiller than Hitler, photobomb and Yahoo, read it bomb missile. Watch me do it like the Pointer Sisters. Slip arsenic in your corn liquor. Two bigger L's than that Aubrey nigga. From Pappy Mason to past the Mason, the church is vacant. Preacher with Bobby, trap in the basement. I'm laughing, just imagine the Sleepy Beauty had herpes.